Good morning to all of you. Same subject, economics. Chapter number 5. Cost and revenue. In cost we have done total cost, fixed cost, variable cost, then average cost, average fixed cost, average variable cost and marginal cost. Now cost topic is completed. So far as relation between average cost and marginal cost is concerned, it is not going to come in exam or it is not related with your economics. Only revenue topic is left. But today I am going to start revenue topic. Now meaning of revenue. Money received by selling. Money received by selling the products is called revenue. Means whatever money producer is receiving by selling the products is called revenue. Next one is revenue has three terms. First one is total revenue. Second one is average revenue. And third one is marginal revenue. Now total revenue. Total money received by producer by selling the products or output produced. Total money received by producer by selling the products output produced is called total revenue. And total revenue formula: quantity sold into price. In short, Q into P. That is called total revenue. Now next, average revenue. Revenue per unit of output sold. That is called average revenue. When we are calculating income at every level of output sold, means we are calculating income of 1 unit at every level of output sold, then it is called average revenue. So revenue per unit of output sold is called average revenue. And formula for average revenue is equal to total revenue upon Q. Q means output sold. So whatever quantity of goods producer has sold, if total revenue is divided by those output, we will get average revenue. So formula for average revenue average revenue is equal to total revenue upon Q, means output sold. Now third one is marginal revenue. Change in total revenue. Change in total revenue by selling one more or one less unit of output sold. So whatever changes take place in total revenue by selling one more or one less unit of output. Change in total revenue by selling one more or one less unit of output is called marginal revenue. And formula for marginal revenue N is equal to total revenue N minus total revenue N minus 1. This is the formula for marginal revenue. Now try to understand the meaning of total revenue, average revenue and marginal revenue through an example. For example, output sold is 0, 1, 2, 3. Now price. Suppose price of 1 unit of output produced is 10 rupees. When we are selling more unit of output, just assume that producer is reducing the price, means there is 9 rupees for 1 unit. When they are selling 3 units, they are keeping price 8 rupees. So price is 10 rupees for 1 unit. Now total revenue. Formula for total revenue is quantity sold into price. Here we are selling 0 output, so total revenue means 0. 1 into 10, it becomes 10. 2 into 9, it becomes 18. And 3 into 8, it becomes 24. Total revenue is price into Q. Now average revenue. Average revenue formula, total revenue divided by Q. Now here 0 output we are selling, means nothing we are selling, so average revenue remains 0. Here we are selling 1 unit and price means total revenue is 10. So total revenue divided by output sold, 10 divided by 1, it remains same, 10. Total revenue is 18 rupees by selling 2 units of output. It means revenue per unit is 18 divided by 2, it becomes 9. Total revenue is 24 by selling 3 units of output sold. 24 divided by 3, it becomes 8. And last one is marginal revenue, that is change in total revenue. Now, when we are selling 1 unit, total revenue is 10, means from 0 it increases to 10. So change is 10 rupees. When we are selling 2 units of output, total revenue changes, increases to 18 rupees, means changes by 8 rupees. Then when we are selling 3 units of output, total income becomes 24, means it increases from 18 to 24, means increases by 6 rupees. In this way you can calculate total revenue, average revenue and marginal revenue. Once again, formula for total revenue, Q into P means price into quantity sold. Then average revenue, total revenue upon output sold, and marginal revenue, TRN minus TRN minus 1. For example, if you want to apply this formula in this question, suppose we have to calculate marginal revenue of 2 units. So M R2 is equal to What is the total revenue of 2 units? Total revenue is 18 minus total revenue n minus 1 means n is 18, 18 minus 1, so n is 2, sorry, 2 minus 1, 1. So we have to calculate, take the total revenue of 1 unit, that is 10. So 18 minus 10, it becomes 8. In this way you can apply this formula. So these are the terms related with revenue. Now how? First topic under revenue. How TR means what is the relation between TR, AR and MR, means relation between total revenue, average revenue and marginal revenue under perfect competition or under imperfect competition. The two parts are there. First of all, I am explaining relation between total revenue, average revenue and marginal revenue under perfect competition. Relation between total revenue, average revenue and marginal revenue under perfect competition. Now, before explaining relation between TR, AR and MR under perfect competition, we have to understand the nature of perfect competition related with price. So under perfect competition, price always remain same. Price of 1 unit always remain same. Whatever quantity of output sold by the producer, they need to keep same price at every level of output sold. Whether they are selling 1 unit or 4 units or 10 units, they need to keep same price. The price always remains same under perfect competition. This is the nature of price under perfect competition. Now on this basis, I am going to explain relation between TR, AR and MR under perfect competition. Output sold, suppose 1, 2, 3, 4. Price, suppose 10 rupees. Means whether producer is selling 1 unit or 2 unit or 3 units or 4 units, price always remain same. On this basis, now we are going to calculate total revenue. Formula is P into Q. P into Q, output sold means Q. 10 into 1, 10, 10 into 2, 20, 10 into 3, 30, and then 40. Now calculate average revenue. Average revenue is equal to TR upon Q. So TR divided by Q means 1, 10, 20 divided by 2, again 10. 30 divided by 3, 10, 40 divided by 4, 10. So average revenue is 10 rupees at every level of output sold. Next one is marginal revenue. Formula is change in total revenue. When we are selling 1 unit of output, total revenue is 10. That's why marginal revenue also remains 10. Why marginal revenue remains 10? Because when they are selling 0 unit, before 1 it is 0. That time total revenue is also 0. From 0, when they had sell 1 unit, their income increased from 0 to 10. So change in total revenue is 10 rupees. Now here 10 to 20 again increases by 10 rupees. 20 to 30 increases by 10 rupees. 30 to 40 increases by 10 rupees. Now on the basis of this schedule, we can observe that average revenue, first of all, TR, total revenue is increasing, then 20, then 30, then 40, it is increasing, but at constant rate. Second point which you can observe through this table, at every level of output sold, average revenue and margin revenue are equal to each other. So average revenue is equal to MR at every level of output sold. Third point you can observe through this table that AR, MR and price, all these three terms are same, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. It means through this table AR is equal to MR is equal to price. So these are the 3 points. Now on the basis of this schedule diagram, X, Y, this is output sold and here price. Now output sold is 0, then 1, 2, 3 and 4. Price 10, 20, 30 and 40. Now first of all total revenue, when we are selling 1 unit, total revenue is 10, 1 unit, total revenue is 10, then 2 unit, total revenue is 20, then 3 units, total revenue is 30 rupees, and then 4, 40. Means this is total revenue. Now average revenue. At 1 unit of output sold, average revenue is 10. When we are selling 2 units, again AR is 10, 3, 10, 4, 10. Average revenue. Next, marginal revenue, again it is 10 at every level of output sold. So average revenue and marginal revenue are same, is equal to price also. That's why this AR curve or MR curve is also known as price line. Price line. Fourth point, since AR is equal to MR is equal to price, that's why AR or MR curve is also known as price line. In this way, a relation between total revenue, average revenue and marginal revenue under perfect competition is completed. Under perfect competition, because price always remains same, whatever number of output is sold by the producer, but price remains same. On this basis, we can see or we can say that total revenue is increasing, but at constant rate, means at same rate, and average revenue is always equal to MR, means marginal revenue. And average revenue means price of, means revenue per unit of output sold by selling 1 unit. And here the price of 1 unit is 10. That's why average revenue and marginal revenue are equal to price. As a result, average revenue or marginal revenue curve is parallel to x-axis. So one more point we can write that average revenue and marginal revenue curve is parallel to x-axis. Now next part, relation between TR, AR, MR under imperfect competition, means under monopolistic or monopoly competition. under imperfect competition. Now, what is the nature of price under imperfect competition? First of all, imperfect competition includes monopolistic competition, and second one is monopoly competition. Now, what is the nature of price under monopolistic competition or monopoly competition? Whenever producer try to sell more units, they are keeping low price, means they are decreasing the price at every level of output sold, means price keeps on decreasing. Price keeps on decreasing. Decreasing to a limited extent. Limited extent means till then it starts falling. Till then producers are able to earn a minimum profit to a limited extent. They are reducing the price for selling more units of output. They are selling the price and keeping the price reducing. Till then they are able to earn minimum profit. If beyond that, means after minimum profit, if they will try to sell more units at lower price, loss starts incurring. At that point they will not try to sell the price. At that price they are not ready to sell the output. So in case of monopolistic and monopoly competition, price continuously reducing with every unit of additional output sold. For example, output sold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Suppose price is, when they are selling 1 unit, they fix the price 10 rupees for 1 unit, but when they are selling more units, when 2, price is reducing 9, then 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Now, total revenue 10 into 1, 10, and 18, 24, 28, 30, and again 30, then 28. Now, average revenue, total revenue divided by output sold is divided by Q. 10 divided by 1, 10, 18 divided by 2, 9, 24 divided by 3, 8, then 7, then 6, then 30 divided by 6, again 5, 28 divided by 7, 4. Next one is marginal revenue. Now, before calculating marginal revenue, you can observe one thing, that average revenue is equal to price, because this price indicates the cost of 1 unit. Means 7 here means it is the price of 1 unit. Even producers are selling 4 units, but price of 1 unit is 7 at this stage. Here, when they are selling 5 units, then price of 1 unit is 6 rupees. And what is average revenue? Revenue per unit means revenue of 1 unit we are calculating. That's why average revenue is always equal to price under imperfect competition or perfect competition. Average always Average revenue is always equal to price. Average revenue is always equal to price. Now marginal revenue. When we are selling 1 unit, total revenue is 10, so marginal revenue also remains 10. Then when we are selling 2 units, total revenue becomes 18, means it increases by 8 rupees, then 6 rupees, then 4 rupees, 2, and 30 minus 30 is 0, and 30 minus 28 minus 2. Now on the basis of this schedule, we have 3 conditions. First condition is when MR is decreasing continuously, but it remains positive. Till this point it is positive. Second stage when MR becomes 0. And third stage when MR becomes negative. Here it is decreasing but remains positive, then it becomes 0, then becomes negative. Total it has 3 points. Now on the basis of schedule, observation or conclusion, now first conclusion, TR is, we can see in table that TR is continuously increasing, 10, then 18, then 24, then 28, 30, now decreasing. So TR is, first point, when MR is reducing, when MR is reducing but remain positive, TR is increasing but at decreasing rate, but at a decreasing rate. You can see in table when MR is decreasing but remain, first point, but remain positive, means we are explaining about first stage. When MR is decreasing, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, up to this point, MR is decreasing but remain positive. That time, what is the nature of TR? TR is increasing, 10, 18, 24, 28, 30, but at decreasing rate. Whether TR is increasing, but it is increasing at decreasing rate. How? In the first stage, if you compare 10 and 18, it increases by 8 rupees. Then in third stage, it increases by only 6 rupees, from 8 to 6. Then 24 to 28, increase by only 4 rupees. 28 to 30, it is increasing by only 2 rupees. Means at every stage, TR is increasing, no doubt, but it is increasing at decreasing rate or diminishing rate. Another word is diminishing rate. Now second point. When MR is 0. When MR is 0. TR is maximum. When MR is 0, TR is maximum. This is also 30. This is also 30. But this point is called maximum point. Why? Because beyond this point, if producer try to sell 7 units, after this point, if producer try to sell 7 units, their income will not increase. Their income will, on the contrary, their income will decrease from 30 to 28. Means this is the lowest point, least point to earn the profit. After that, if they try to sell more units, loss starts increasing. Instead of earning more income, their income will reduce. That's why it is said that when MR is 0, TR is maximum. TR is maximum means at this point. At this point, producer earn least profit, minimum profit. Means he cannot think to to sell more units beyond this point. And third point, when MR becomes negative, when MR becomes negative, TR, total revenue, starts declining, means reducing. TR starts declining. These are the 3 points which we can conclude from this table. When MR is reducing but remain positive, TR is increasing but at reducing rate. When MR is 0, TR is maximum. TR is maximum means at this point producer earns maximum profit, means least profit. Beyond that he cannot think about selling more unit. Third one is when MR becomes negative, then at this point TR starts declining. Now on the basis of figure diagram, output sold, their price is 10,987,654. So 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. Output sold, minimum is 0, then 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28 and 30. Now first of all TR 1 and TR is 10. When TR is 10, output should, sorry, this output sold. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now when we are selling 1 unit, total revenue is 10 rupees, means 1, 10. Then 2, 18, 2, 18. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. Now 1, 10 means at this point, then 2, 18, 2, 18, 3, 24, 3, 24, then 4, 28, 28 and then 32. Now 4, 28, 5, 30, 6 also 30 and 7, 28. 7, 28 means in this way total revenue is sloping upward, then it becomes constant and starts falling down. Here this is called constant. 30, 30. Here this is rising or increasing and then this is falling down from this point. And this line producer cannot cross, because after this line means after selling 6 units, means if they try to sell 7 units, their total revenue starts declining. So this is about total revenue. So here total revenue is the curve of total revenue sloping upward, then becomes constant at this point. This is also 30. This is also 30, but this is the minimum point, last point. After beyond that, they cannot go. This is about total revenue. Now average revenue. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. So 1 unit, that is 10. 2 units, 9. 3 units, 8. In this way, total average revenue curve will be like this. Marginal revenue curve 10, 8, 6, 4. 10, 8 from 10, then it will like this. It will go, it touch x-axis also and goes beyond x-axis. This is called marginal cost, marginal revenue. Average revenue never touches x-axis because price never be zero. This line, whenever any curve touches this line, it shows that it is equal to zero. So AR never be zero. That's why AR curve never touches x-axis. Reason, revenue, reason is price never be zero. MR curve. If we talk about curve, MR curve is sloping downward, then touches x-axis and go beyond x-axis. When it touches x-axis, it means MR is equal to 0. MR is equal to 0. When MR goes beyond x-axis, it shows that MR becomes negative. MR becomes negative. When it goes beyond x-axis, it means MR becomes negative. And TR curve is sloping upward, then becomes constant, and then starts falling down. So on the basis of curve, if you explain the curve, TR curve is sloping upward, then it becomes constant, and then it starts falling down. AR curve is continuously falling down, but it never touches x-axis. AR curve is also falling down. Means sloping downward. It is called AR curve is sloping downward, but never touches x-axis. And third one is MR curve. It is sloping downward, but after sloping downward, it touches x-axis and then goes beyond x-axis. It shows that MR is sloping downward means MR is decreasing. When it touches x-axis, it becomes 0. When it goes beyond x-axis, it becomes negative. This is the relation between TR, AR, MR under imperfect competition. In this way, cost and revenue chapter is also completed. Now, any doubt you can ask.